Right now at 10, a fire at La Crosse Central High School. The school district says no one's allowed into the building until further notice. And the man accused of opening fire in downtown La Crosse this weekend makes his initial court appearance. He faces 27 felonies. Plus, smoother roads for farmers. Governor Evers signs a $150 million bill.
Watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Ken Kozarowski. Central High School was evacuated this evening after a fire broke out inside the building. Our own Jeremy Wall joins us live in studio with the latest on the fire. Good evening, Jeremy.
Ken, the La Crosse Fire Department says the call came in just before 5 p.m. Crews quickly contained and put out an electrical fire in an HVAC system. Battalion Chief Lance Trigistad says there were at least a couple hundred people in the building for a basketball tournament when the fire started, but everyone evacuated safely. Trigistad says the biggest challenge when they arrived was finding the source of the smoke.
Just to find the fire was an issue. It's not just a small house. It's actually, it's obviously a school. So getting resources in, trying to find where this haze is coming from. When they finally located it is when they found the heat and the heavy smoke.
The cause of the fire remains under investigation. There will be no access to the school for students, staff, and community members for the time being. Ken.
All right, Jeremy, thanks very much. Safety inspections will occur at the school throughout the week. An investigation is underway after a body was found just south of La Crosse yesterday in the Mississippi River. The remains, which police say belong to a man, are calcified and most of the clothing is disintegrated, meaning it has likely been in the river for a while. Authorities say the remains were taken to Mayo Clinic in Rochester for examination and DNA tests. A distinctive piece of jewelry was found on the remains and may be helpful in identifying the man. The man accused of opening fire in downtown La Crosse last Saturday made his initial court appearance via Zoom. DeAndrew Grant faces 27 felony charges. According to the criminal complaint, around 1:47 that morning, Grant was outside La Crosse Beer House talking to several people. Investigators say cameras downtown show Grant gets into a fight with one person outside Press Break. Shortly after, police say Grant's car drove down 3rd Street in the wrong direction. Police say the driver was using his left hand to drive the vehicle while his right hand fired a handgun out the driver's window toward Polito's. At least 7 victims were shot.
Counts 1 through 6 are all separate charges of attempted first-degree intentional homicide with use of a weapon.
Along with attempted homicide charges, Grant is charged with substantial battery, first-degree recklessly endangering safety, and possession of a firearm by a felon. Grant is being held in La Crosse County Jail on a $1 million cash bond. Grant will be back in court next Wednesday. The La Crosse Center Board is recommending the city continue to manage the La Crosse Center. Board members made the recommendation at their latest meeting this week. Longtime coordinator Art Fay's retirement motivated the board to search for a private management company to potentially run the venue. After a year-long study, the board's president says privatization just didn't make sense at this time.
In studying and looking at some of the proposals that we got from the other groups, we weren't convinced that A, they were going to be any more profitable or any more efficient for the center, and B, because this place is being, we think, on a run. We're doing well, and there doesn't seem to be the reason for a change at this point in time.
Now, the leadership structure is still being worked out. Some of the projects the board also oversees is the Pearl Street Walkway, which is slated to be finished in September. The Isle La Plume wastewater treatment plant in the city of La Crosse is getting an upgrade. The plant is 2 years into a renovation project and held a tour today to show the progress. The changes are meant to make the plant more sustainable, and they'll also make the plant compliant to new DNR regulations. Experts say there are other benefits like longevity that come along with these upgrades.
It's good for 20 years to move us into the future, and I think we're going to be in a good place.
Now, the project has a $65 million budget, but Greeno said spending is expected to stay under that amount. The renovations are set to be finished by the end of 2024.
Well, it sure was a very hot and steamy day today across the Coulee region as high temperatures were well into the low 90s in many spots and lots of sunshine here today as well. I do also want to let you know that an air quality alert is in effect mainly for our western communities until 9 p.m. tomorrow night. That's because the ozone will be polluted near the surface, causing that unhealthy condition for those sensitive groups. Let's get checked now on your zone forecast tonight. Low temperatures will be into the 60s, 61 in West Salem, 65 tonight in Berry Mills. As we head south tonight in Stoddard, 60 64 will be your temperature, 60 in Westby, and 58 in Lafarge, so a little cooler to the east. Lows tonight, 50s and 60s in the central zone, 61 in Whitehall, 65 tonight in Winona, and 62 in Osseo. Meanwhile, in the Chippewa Valley, you're looking at lows into those low to mid 60s with 65 and some passing clouds tonight in Eau Claire. 8 to 8 forecast showing that we will be going from the 70s and 80s here this evening down to the 70s and 60s as we head into overnight and also into early tomorrow morning under mostly clear skies.
Derek, thank you very much. An air quality alert is in effect now for the entire state of Wisconsin and a majority of Minnesota. The National Weather Service is warning those who may have sensitive respiratory systems to stay inside and reduce time spent outside. NWS says the current weather conditions combined with the wildfire smoke from Canada are increasing ozone concentrations. The alert is in place until 11 p.m. on Friday. Today, Wisconsin's governor signed a bill aimed at improving Wisconsin's rural roads, something farmers say is an urgent issue.
Some of these roads are getting so poor, they're actually really hard to drive on. We can't drive high speed down the road. Not that a tractor goes real fast, but we have to get to where we're going.
Surrounded by politicians from rural areas of the state and farmers, Tony Evers signed the $150 million local roads improvement program. The bill makes agricultural road improvements eligible for funding and specifies the requirements for rural road projects to get funds. The governor says this bill, along with the recently passed shared revenue bill, is a big win.
A lot of the hard work that's done in this state of Wisconsin is done by local folks. And we went decades without much, if any, increase, even an inflationary increase. And so working hard with legislators, we got it done, and really proud to do that.
The governor signed the bill at the Service Families Dairy Farm out in Stoddard. A bill that would allow pharmacists to prescribe and dispense birth control passed through Wisconsin's assembly today. The bill is Republican authored and has bipartisan support. Anti-abortion groups are against the measure. Under current law, women can only get birth control through a prescription written by a doctor or advanced practice nurse. The bill must be passed through the Senate before it gets to the governor, who has previously said he supports the measure. Wisconsin lawmakers are debating an overhaul to how reading is taught in schools. Republican authors are calling for a phonics-based approach of sounding out words as opposed to memorization and context clues. They say it's a way to gain ground as state reading scores continue to slip.
We're going to retrain the teachers because they were primarily taught the wrong way to teach reading when they were in college.
Legislators in Wisconsin are attributing falling reading scores in Wisconsin to how students are taught to read. A bill passing the assembly today would create a new Office of Literacy within the State Department of Public Instruction and make teachers avoid using the 3-cueing approach, which they say fails students. The $50 million legislation would spend money to help retrain teachers and also provide literacy coaches to schools in Wisconsin that most need extra help.
We reached a place where we're in agreement with DPI on this. They're supposed to put out a statement that they support the bill now. So I think we really weren't that far apart in what we wanted. It was just more the wording, and we got that straightened out.
There was some debate over what to do with third graders who are falling behind. The bill asks the Department of Public Instruction to create guidance, but each school district would create their own policy over whether to hold third graders back. The governor's office says they are still reviewing the legislation and do not know whether he will support it.
There are so many good things in this bill that I wish I could vote for. I mean, the literacy screener, the professional development, the coaches, the curriculum updates. These are good provisions.
The bill passed with a few Democrats on board, but a majority of Dems wanted to see it go back to the committee process.
Mr. Speaker, that this is a bipartisan bill. It feels disingenuous at best, but quite frankly, it feels like orchestrated chaos to me.
Wisconsin's Superintendent of Public Instruction did put out a statement today saying in part, quote, "We have a significant amount of work ahead of us to help change student outcomes, but this reading package is a step in the right direction." Wisconsin's assembly approved major changes to the laws governing the state's multi-billion-dollar liquor industry. The updated laws will affect production, distribution, and sale of alcohol. The changes have bipartisan support and approval from small craft brewers, bar owners, and alcohol distributors. The bill now goes to the Senate, and the governor is expected to sign it into law. Up next, the search is still on for the submersible that went missing on its exploration of the Titanic. The search is reaching a critical point as oxygen is running out for the 5 passengers.
Are you tired of your old, outdated bathroom? Look no further than Your Home Improvement Company. For a limited time, call now to get a stunning bathroom makeover with free installation. Call today and get 0 interest and 0 payments for a whopping 18 months. Free installation and no interest and no payments for a 1.5 years. Your Home Improvement Company has the experience and expertise to bring your bathroom dreams to life. Call us today or visit our website to schedule your free consultation. Your Home Improvement Company, where it's your home made better.
This time of year has many different names. We call it Showtime. It's when there's work to be done and fun to be had. Plus, it's time for Auto Show, where you can experience new Ford SUVs firsthand. Then head to your Northland Ford dealers for exclusive offers like 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on select Ford SUVs. It's showtime. Hurry in today. Now for a limited time only, get 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on select Ford SUVs. Only at your Northland Ford dealers.
It's Hy-Vee's big beverage sale. One day only this Thursday. 6-pack Pepsi products, 4 for $11 when you buy 4. A half-gallon of Hy-Vee orange juice, just $1.48. Gatorade, 4 for just $5. A 40-pack of Hy-Vee purified water, just $3.99. That's right, just $3.99. And 2 liters of Coke products, just $1.49. Don't miss the big beverage sale. One day only this Thursday and only at Hy-Vee.
The search continues for the missing submersible. Search teams today battled tough conditions, wind gusts of up to 30 miles an hour and 7-foot waves. The Coast Guard says they are still treating this as a search and rescue operation.
There have been multiple reports of noises.
The underwater banging sounds detected by Canadian planes for a second day are sparking flickers of hope in the search for the missing submersible. A team of experts is trying to figure out where they're coming from.
Human sounds, nature sounds, and it's very difficult to discern what the source of those noises are at times.
The Coast Guard also can't rule out the sounds could be coming from the Titanic itself.
It's the wreck site of the Titanic, so there is a lot of metal and different objects in the water around this site.
The search area is now 2 times the size of Connecticut and up to 2.5 miles deep. Deeper than stacking nearly 9 Empire State Buildings. With potentially just hours to go before the Titan's 5 passengers run out of oxygen, at least 8 more rescue ships are joining the international effort, and a French deep diving robot that can operate on the ocean floor is set to arrive tonight.
This is a search and rescue mission, 100%. We are smack dab in the middle of search and rescue.
Search teams are unsure if the vessel is sitting on the bottom of the ocean, where the conditions are near freezing and pitch black.
We're trying to find a special rock that might look like a rock on a sonar system.
Captain David Marquet was the naval commander of the submarine USS Santa Fe.
I think the most likely scenario, unfortunately, is they will not be found in time.
OceanGate, whose CEO and founder Stockton Rush was piloting the submersible, has faced criticism. According to 2018 court filings, a former employee said he was fired after voicing concerns about the Titan, saying it posed potential danger to passengers as it reached extreme depths. The same year, engineer Bart Kemper signed a draft letter from the Marine Technology Society, warning OceanGate that its submersible hadn't passed safety standards.
This is not a tourist submarine. It follows no code and follows no jurisdiction.
Roxana Saberi, CBS News.
In court documents filed this April, OceanGate said its submersible was capable of diving the depth to the Titanic site with what it called a comfortable safety margin. Even if rescue crews find the Titan, it could still be a challenge to bring it to the surface. Still ahead, science and technology are largely male-dominated industries. One local group is doing their part to close the gender gap in those fields.
Sure was a hot day today across the area. I'll let you know here coming up in my full forecast if more of the same can be expected throughout the week. All that more in just a bit. We'll be right back.
At Marine Credit Union, we have great rates and an even better mission. With our new certificate and money market rates, you can grow your money and grow your community. Call or visit marinecu.com to find a branch near you.
Closeouts and clearances, deals and sales,
pickup or delivery. It's summertime at Black River Furniture Outlet. Shop new pieces from Best Home Furnishings and Best Craft with fully customizable fabric choices. Save on sectionals and recliners from Ashley or Catnapper. Buy accessories and occasional pieces like lamps, hanging art, and the area's largest selection of rugs. Outfit your deck or patio with Ashley Outdoor Furniture or our Gliding Red Cedar collection. Try out Hybrid, Gel, and all foam mattresses on an adjustable base today. Family and veteran owned, Black River Furniture Outlet, Black River Falls.
In America, the future belongs to everyone. So let's gear up for it with an SUV like the Ford Bronco Sport. It has a terrain management system with 5 standard GOAT modes, so you can go over any type of terrain. Plus, 4x4 capability is standard across the entire lineup. Be adventure ready with Ford Bronco Sport. Now, get a new Ford Bronco Sport with 1.9% financing for 66 months, plus $2,000 FlexBuy cash, only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
Attention, Wisconsin veterans.
I'm Tony Evers, the governor of Wisconsin. If you are veterans struggling to pay for rent, utilities, or other life-sustaining services, I want you to know that the Veterans Rental Assistance Program is here to help. The Veterans Rental Assistance Program was created by and for people living in Wisconsin, with benefit approvals being issued to veterans in just days, not months. You have already made a most noble sacrifice. You shouldn't have to continue doing so. We are here to support you. With pride in the way, it's never easy to ask for assistance, but rest assured we are here to help. The VRAP team is standing by to help. So call 833-WIS-VRAP or visit VRAPWI.com. You've always been there for us. We want you to know that we're here for you. On behalf of the state of Wisconsin, thank you.
At Marine Credit Union, we have great rates and an even better mission. Not only will you earn a higher return on your money, you're also helping our community. We provide loans to people who can't get them elsewhere and help families on the path to homeownership. Visit marinecu.com to find a branch near you.
The Board Store Home Improvements. Everyday low prices on bathroom remodels for seniors and families. Contact us today for a prompt free estimate.
Air quality alerts here continue across portions of the Coulee region. However, this is mainly in effect for our western zones until 9 p.m. tomorrow night, and that's because the ozone will be polluted near the surface still, causing that unhealthy condition for the sensitive groups. So if you happen to fall into the sensitive group category, make sure that you limit yourself outside, spend more time inside as well. Here's a check on your zone forecast for tonight in La Crosse County. We're talking about the low to mid 60s here, and as we head south into Viroqua, we're looking at clear skies, temperatures at 63 for you, 65 in La Crescent, and 61 down south in Steuben. Meanwhile, as we move into our central zone tonight, we're looking at lows into the 50s and 60s with 55 Black River Falls, 60 in Blair, and 64 will be your temperature if you're in Trempealeau. In the north zone tonight in the Chippewa Valley, low temperatures here mainly into the 60s as well. In fact, Eau Claire, you're looking at 65 degrees with a few passing clouds here tonight to work with. So overall tonight in La Crosse County, the forecast calls for 65 degrees, mostly clear skies, and slightly warm as far as our temperatures go. As we head into the day tomorrow, it's going to be much hotter, high of 93. Partly cloudy skies and wind speeds looking light and variable. Now, we mentioned that it's going to be pretty hot tomorrow. In fact, check out the zone forecast for La Crosse County. Low 90s in many spots out there. And as we head south, looking pretty warm tomorrow in Soldiers Grove with that high of 91, 93 La Crescent, 90 Black River Falls, 90 in Sparta tomorrow, and a high of 90 in Whitehall. And as we head into the Chippewa Valley, upper 80s to low 90s here for you with just a mix of sun and clouds. As we head into overnight tonight, just looking at mostly clear skies, a few clouds could develop, but other than that, conditions remain quiet, and we are expected to see more of the same pattern take shape as we head into the day tomorrow with just a few clouds as high pressure continues to dominate our weather pattern here for the most part. And as we head into tomorrow evening, we are going to be looking at just mainly clear weather conditions for us to work with. So this quiet pattern is expected to last. Unfortunately, so will the hot and dry air mass along with it, as long as this high pressure ridge is still in control of our weather pattern, which, by the way, isn't going away anytime soon. This is going all the way until Friday, and you can still see that we're going to be underneath this ridging pattern here. However, I have some good news, and that is that ridging pattern is going to begin to weaken because we're expected to see this upper level low take shape moving in from the northwest from Canada, and that should help erode the ridge here a little bit to allow our temperatures to cool down, because that system is also going to bring us a cold front, and that's going to also bring us a chance of thunderstorms to work with Saturday night into Sunday. And then after that storm system moves out, our highs drop into the 80s, low to mid 80s that is, as we head into the first half of next week, which is a little bit more average or typical for this time of the year in terms of those high temperatures. Meanwhile, lows mainly into the 60s. Back to you.
Derek, thanks very much. An air quality alert is in effect for the entire state of Wisconsin now and a majority of Minnesota. The National Weather Service is warning those who may have sensitive respiratory systems to stay inside and reduce time spent outside. NWS says the current weather conditions combined with that Canadian wildfire smoke are increasing ozone concentrations. That alert in place until 11 p.m. Friday. A local nonprofit is looking to bring hands-on STEM learning to girls ages 4 through 12. News 8 Now's Michael Germain was in La Crosse as the students were touring Train Technologies.
Just 20% of people working in science, technology, engineering, and math jobs are women. That's according to the U.S. Department of Commerce.
Research has shown that especially girls start dropping back in the STEM areas by 5th grade.
Train Technologies is helping shape the future of STEM industries.
And it's really important for our organization to make sure that these girls can see other women in the STEM field that look like them, that have the same interests and hobbies as them.
Project Scientists, a local nonprofit organization, is looking to close the gender gap of women in STEM jobs by exposing young girls to science and technology.
Wow. This is so important for girls to see that maybe one day they could work here and have a career at Train.
Train experts give the girls a behind-the-scenes look at the company's labs and introduce them to women engineers.
Some of the reason that girls don't think to go in it is because they've never seen a female engineer or mathematician or whatever, or maybe they don't know what a mathematician does.
It's really so cool to see that these girls can learn from Train employees and then take that knowledge back to them and their families and also bring it into the school systems here in La Crosse.
In La Crosse, Michael Germain, News 8 Now.
This was the 3rd year of the event. We've got a link with more info on news8000.com. Coming up next in sports, the West Salem and Viroqua Legion teams playing a couple tonight. Plus, the UWL women's basketball team is going to have a new leader on the sidelines next season, and she says she cannot wait to head back home. Rob's got that story next.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Mayo Clinic Health System. Whether you need routine care or specialty care, Mayo Clinic Health System offers the best options for care where and when you and your family needs it.
This may look like an action-adventure movie, but it's a Nissan sales event ad.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on select Rogue trims.
These epic offers won't last forever.
Are you ready for a red-hot summer? At King Furniture, our prices are... Get your choice of these quality Jackson sets for $11.99. Need something more custom? Check out these 5 England sets for just $14.98. Available in your choice of over 100 fabrics. And in your home in just 30 days. Need a new recliner for Dad? We have hundreds of recliners all on sale and in stock. Get into King Furniture while the prices are...
Air conditioning stopped working? Tired of finding ways to stay cool? Don't sweat it. Give G&T Heating and Air Conditioning a call. They'll have you feeling cool as a cucumber without having to resort to, well, alternative methods.
Call G&T for the best heating and air conditioning guaranteed.
Back when I was a kid, we used to ride our bikes in the 4th of July parade. Then we'd have a picnic and blow the crap out of some fireworks. We had rockets, cakes, shells, missiles, fountains, firecrackers, sparklers. Oh, the sky was filled with bomb diggity hoop like a boss all night long. Get your own sick fireworks at Joe Blow's Fireworks in Reedstown, Ferryville, and Prairie du Chien. For more information, visit jpfireworks.com.
This may may look like an action-adventure movie, but it's a Nissan sales event ad.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on select Rogue trims.
These epic offers won't last forever.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Mayo Health System. Here's News 8 Now's Rob Schiff.
College basketball season is still a few months away, but when the women's basketball team returns to the court at Mitchell Hall, the Eagles will have a new voice in the huddle. UWL had a solid campaign this past season, a 19-7 record, but 6 of those losses coming in conference play, and the Eagles season ultimately coming to an end in the first round of the WIAC tournament against UW Oshkosh. Last month, former head coach Karen Middleton accepted a job as an assistant coach at Duke, but the Eagles have found their next leader, and it's somewhat of a homecoming for the new head coach.
I've always had a special place in my heart for UWL, as I grew up rolling around on the mats while my dad was wrestling and running through Mitchell Hall, and I love that it still feels the same there, and we have a ton of family up there, extended and immediate family, so it just really all aligned.
La Crosse native Moran Lonning will be coming home next season as she becomes the 16th head women's basketball coach in UWL history. Lonning's dad, Greg, was the UWL wrestling head coach from 1992 to 1998, so she's familiar with the area. She says she can't wait to get started. As for what comes next, Lonning tells me she spoke to some of the players during her interview process. She says defense was a big topic of conversation. She's looking forward to expanding that hunger on the offensive side of the ball as well. And if her players can truly commit on both sides of the floor, Lonning says this team could be special come next season.
I know it'll take a little bit, and it'll probably take me a little bit to really evaluate everybody and get us all on the same page. But if we can commit to being together and being willing to sacrifice for each other, I don't think there's a limit on what a team can do together.
All right, let's go to the Diamond. The Legion baseball season underway. Viroqua and West Salem playing 2 tonight. Post 138 took the first. Then it's Griffin Olsen striking first in game 2. The birthday boy hitting this one to the moon. Not sure if it's landed yet. Monster 2-run birthday blast for Olsen gives his squad a 2-run lead. But here comes West Salem in the bottom of the inning. Joseph Daly stings one into center field. Chris Calico comes in to score. Deficit cut in half. But check out this play from Braden Peterson. Bases loaded, the pitcher saving a couple runs. Nice snag. Then the 138ers start pouring it on. Miles Fry slaps one back up the middle. That's going to score Jack Dahl. Viroqua plates 3 in the inning to go up 5-1. Calico gets West Salem closer here in the bottom of the inning. He smokes one to center all the way to the wall. Post 51 closes the gap, but Viroqua hangs on, takes both games of the doubleheader. On the gridiron, some more great news for Aquinas senior Shane Willenbring. The offers keep pouring in, and this one is special. Willenbring getting an offer from the Badgers as a preferred walk-on. The 3-year starter at left tackle has been a vital piece for the Blue Golds. He's helped Aquinas win 2 Division V state titles during his high school career, and it looks like his college career will be a special one as well. Rubber game in Milwaukee, Brewers and Diamondbacks going at it. No score in the 5th. The newest Brewer changes that with one swing of the bat. Raimel Tapia, his first hit with the Crew. It's a big one. Puts Milwaukee on top, 1-0. But here comes Arizona in the 6th. Already one in. D-backs tack on another. Alex Thomas delivers a base hit in the right. Manuel Rivera comes in to score to give the Diamondbacks a 2-1 lead. Then in the 8th, same score, but Arizona gets some insurance thanks to Gabriel Moreno. He finds the gap in right center, goes off the wall. Thomas comes in to score. D-backs make it 2 out of 3 over Milwaukee. They get the win, 5-1. But don't worry, Kent.
That's right.
They got my Mets next week, and they're going to pour it on in New York.
I was going to say, we got, what, a 3-game set with the Guardians in between it, but early next week, I'm definitely going to need your Mets to keep being bad over there.
They will. They will. I was going to go home for that, but they're not worth the money. They stink.
4-game set, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So could give us a hand, because after that come the Cubs, Pirates, and I believe a 4-game set in the Reds in July, which is a big one.
And 11 straight they've won.
Crazy stuff. Who would have thought? Reds now at top.
Pirates, Reds. I mean, these teams coming out of nowhere this year. It's amazing.
It's a weird summer.
Yep.
All right, Rob, thanks very much. We got more news after this.
Ashley's Stars and Stripes sale is happening now. Pay 0% interest for 60 months with no minimum purchase. Don't miss instant savings on select items up to $1,000 off. And all veterans and active military will receive 10% off their purchase. Only at Ashley.
In America, the future belongs to everyone. So let's gear up for it with an SUV like the Ford Bronco Sport. It has a terrain management system with 5 standard GOAT modes, so you can go over any type of terrain. Plus, 4x4 capability is standard across the entire lineup. Be adventure ready with Ford Bronco Sport. Now, get a new Ford Bronco Sport with 1.9% financing for 66 months, plus $2,000 FlexBuy cash, only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
Hello, I'm Christy Halenka, Reading Program Chair at Viterbo University. Viterbo is proud to serve our area communities by providing programs that produce quality educators and leadership in our schools. Viterbo University is once again partnering with News 8 to recognize outstanding classroom teachers in the area. We look forward to working with generations of teachers and change agents for years to come. Do you know a top-notch teacher? Then go online to news8000.com or write to this address.
To everyone who appreciates a handcrafted meal, are you ready for a taste of Wisconsin?
Butterburger's cooked fresh, just the way you like.
The way you love.
Definitely love. And our thick and creamy frozen custard, we make it for you all throughout the day.
All day.
All day, every day.
Put it in the extra work and not cutting corners. Takes a little longer.
But it's how we've always done it at Culver's. Because making your meal with care shows how much we care.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
LaCrosse Glass and Overhead Doors has been selling, servicing, and installing garage doors since 1964 and believe garage doors should be exceptional quality and craftsmanship. We guarantee to help you select a door to fit all of your needs. We offer a large stock inventory of CHI overhead doors, including residential, commercial, rolling steel, and high-speed doors. Visit our website and design the door of your dreams with CHI Door Visions. Get your free quote today.
Ashley's Stars and Stripes sale is happening now. Pay 0% interest for 60 months with no minimum purchase. Don't miss instant savings on select items up to $1,000 off. And all veterans and active military will receive 10% off their purchase. Only at Ashley.
Residents at the Bethany St. Joseph Care Center got a dose of farm life without even having to leave La Crosse today. They got a visit from Haven's Petting Farm for some pet therapy featuring a variety of farm animals, including chickens, rabbits, goats, and yes, even a zebra.
Fun morning, something different for the residents than your average rec program. So I guess that's why we always are looking for new and different things to provide the residents.
Center coordinators say pet therapy is a program that the volunteers enjoy just as much as their residents. There's a look at the zebra. We'll be right back after this.
Elevate the look of your home with 11% off everything at Menards. We carry the largest selection of Hunter ceiling fans, available in a huge variety of designs, colors, and features. Ceiling fans are perfect for adding light, comfort, and style to any room, while helping you save on energy bills year-round. A 44-inch Quiet Breeze ceiling fan is just $79.98 after rebate. Save big money and get 11% off all ceiling fans now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
This is how legends are.
2024 Chevy Silverado HD with Duramax diesel. And the Chevy Silverado with powerful TurboMax engine. No matter what route you take, there's a Chevy truck to get you there. Find new roads. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 LT TurboMax pickups, or current Chevy owners get a $5,750 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Visit HometownChevy.com.
Attention, Wisconsin veterans.
I'm Tony Evers, the governor of Wisconsin. If you are a veteran struggling to pay for rent, utilities, or other life-sustaining services, I want you to know that the Veterans Rental Assistance Program is here to help. The Veterans Rental Assistance Program was created by and for people living in Wisconsin, with benefit approvals being issued to veterans in just days, not months. You have already made a most noble sacrifice. You shouldn't have to continue doing so. We are here to support you. With pride in the way, it's never easy to ask for assistance, but rest assured we are here to help. The VRAP team is standing by to help. So call 833-WIS-VRAP or visit VRAPWI.com. You've always been there for us. We want you to know that we're here for you. On behalf of the state of Wisconsin, thank you.
We've got you. It's a pledge to make sure
you're always taken care of. A pledge that your Touchstone Energy Cooperative honors each and every day. When it comes to keeping things running smoothly or getting them back on track when they're not, we've got you. Always. Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, your source for power and information.
High temperatures remain into the 90s tomorrow through Saturday, and a chance of showers and storms possible Saturday night and also again on Sunday. It will be turning a little cooler though, however, as we head into next week as highs drop into the 80s. Back to you.
Thanks for joining us tonight at 10. We'll see you tomorrow.